DJ Juggernaut. If he ain't playing, I ain't staying. It's Shawn Harvey featuring Senny J along with our co-host Barbi Cologne on Comedy World Net Radio.
Hey guys, it's Barbi Cologne from the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team. This is Senny J from the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team. Catch us on Comedy World Net Radio.
Smacking you in the face with the classics. It's DJ Juggernaut.
All right, God bless you guys. Like my mother always say, good morning. I thank God for Jesus. It is motivational. It's Turned Up Tuesday. It's Tuesday, September the 7th, 2021. It's 7 minutes after the hour, guys. Welcome to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team. That's Senny J, Barbi Cologne. Where you get your morning started right. You know the deal. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right, guys. Chat room's wide open. Please call in 570-982-6950. You know the number. I think I don't even know the number. iHeartRadio, radio.com, ShawnHarveyMorningShow.com. Also distributed by Comedy World Net Radio. Comedy Cloud is in the building as well. Special shout out to our affiliates, WFLX, Rochester, New York, The Rock, The Flex. They're up there doing their thing. We appreciate you guys. 94.5 The Blaze, Louisville, Kentucky. My man, Doc Smooth. Thank you so much. We appreciate you guys on this beautiful Tuesday morning. We also are on all major podcast platforms. You know the deal, guys. Also go to YouTube, the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team. Subscribe to that page. And also Google the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team, and all links come up. So we appreciate you this morning. Facebook, you know the deal. Go to our business page, Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team business page. Like the page. You'll get notified Monday through Friday after 7 o'clock in the morning. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. And join our group, Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team group. Group has nothing but love in the morning, nothing but love all day. We always head over to the group room after the show's over, so we appreciate you guys. Barbi Cologne, God bless you. Good to see you. On a Turned Up Tuesday. Good morning. God bless you. You're looking well, Barbi Cologne.
No, I'm trying over here.
You're not trying. You're doing it.
Well, thank you, darling.
Well, God bless you. Good morning.
Good morning, Shawn. Good morning, everyone. Here in Bethlehem, where we broadcast live to you from right now, it is, 55 degrees. The high will be 81 today. It is going to be a beautiful and sunny day. In Stroudsburg, 55 as also. 79 will be the high and sunny. 64 in Newark, New Jersey. 84 will be the high, and it's going to be beautiful and sunny down there as well. In New York City, it is 66 right now, going up to a high of 82 today. and it will be a beautiful and sunny day in the NYC. In Hotlanta, 72, 82 for the high, cloudy, with some showers after 2 o'clock. The clouds are going to roll in sometime late afternoon, and they will see a shower or two here or there. In Miami, it's 79 degrees. 88 will be the high, clear. Right now, the clouds are going to roll in around 10 a.m. with a possibility of some storms around 1 p.m. today. So please be careful. And if you are out, take some rain gear with you. 70 in Chicago, 86 for the high, clear. But the winds are going to pick up around 10 a.m. and rain around 2 p.m. It's going to be stormy, so please be careful again and take some rain gear. 66 in Los Angeles, 86 for the high and clear. In Louisville, it's 63 degrees. 86 would be the high, clear, but overnight showers. And in Rochester, it is 54 degrees. Fair, and 81 will be the high. That's the weather I have for you all. What's it look like where you are? Barbi Cologne coming to you live from the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Senny J, where you get your morning started right.
Get your morning started right, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. We have the front page news with Senny J, guys. You know, we give you that at the top of the hour. You know, the S to the E-double-N-Y. I can't deny. We give you the news locally, globally, nationally. You know how I love it from the hood. So front page news, Senny J, top of the hour. You don't want to miss that, guys, because this is where you get your morning started right. This is where you get your news. Yeah. Also, we have the morning buzz. You know the deal, everybody. It's one thing that we guarantee on this show each and every day, Monday through Friday. Your head will be buzzing before 9 o'clock. So get your brothers, sit down, relax, and enjoy the show on this, again, glorious Tuesday morning. Barbi Cologne, what else you have?
Yes, there will be some Harvey House of Sports. You guys stay tuned.
And I promise we will get to sports because it's football season coming up soon. Yeah. So we're going to start talking about that. I think football is one of those sports that we all can relate to. So we appreciate you guys joining us this morning, and you know what we do each and every morning. We're going to show the chat room some love in a few minutes. Without you guys, we wouldn't be here. So, you know, please gather around into the chat room so you can get your name shouted out, but also, more importantly, share the show with everyone if you don't mind. So you have a friend out there that want to get their name shouted out on this podcast, let us know. Have them share the show to them so they can get their name shouted out, because it's very exciting when we do that during the day. Yeah. Special shout out to DJ Rome and also DJ Young, and I just want to get that out the way because it's very important that these folks can be acknowledged because they keep the show running. So we appreciate you guys as well. Now, ran into the same situation that I always run into.
What's that, Sean?
And I always share with you guys because I think I'm on the streets more than all you guys.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I've been gone, and I see a lot, and this is the normal things that we see each and every day. But it's magnified at night, of course, with alcohol. And I'll go backwards. I'll start from last night. I was in the beloved Bronx, the BX, Havana Cafe with my man Imagine. It was packed in there. Show was dope. It was a good look. Definitely playing that coronavirus roulette. My Johnson & Johnson is about to wear off. I don't know what's going to happen next. They got to hurry up with that booster. I'm going to get me another Johnson & Johnson shot. I don't know if you could take two, but something's got to happen here because I've been around about a few hundred people this weekend. So I don't know.
Oh, you're going to bring it in here. Oh,
I don't want to do it. I want my booster shot.
Oh, all right. Just bring it to us. Bring it to Barbi and Senny.
Somebody better get me my booster shot. That's what I want. Now, it's the same endless story. But it's fascinating to me. It never gets boring. Havana Cafe, you know, it was about 95% Latino folks in there. Don't make a difference. You know, they want to laugh. It's all good. I'm half Latino anyway. One of my baby mothers is Puerto Rican from the Bronx, New York. I'm from the Bronx. That makes me half Latino. I told you all that. I'm half Puerto Rican. I already told you that. But here we come. The same situation. A couple walks in, and this woman looked absolutely beautiful. There was no question about it. It was like, ladies, you know, you're beautiful. But there's some that are just, you know, when you walk in the room, it's like, damn, right? Mm-hmm. I even said that. But here's the problem.
What's the problem, Sean?
The guy came in with her with an attitude already. Guys, you can't help the fact that your woman is built a certain way and that was attracted to you and that attracted you to her. Yeah. Visually, I'm assuming.
Right.
And you was chopping it up and she was attracted to you and y'all started this blissful romance. you saw you're not the to the young man. You're not the only person that
can see her.
That can see this beautiful woman.
Yeah.
So now you get into this relationship. I don't know if it's I'm not saying it's a cultural thing with Latino men. I don't know. That's a different subject. Barbi Colon can speak on that. She's been with a Latino man for 20 years. But my whole thing is this. This guy came in with the screw face. He came in already. He came in like his transmission had failed on his car. He came in like he didn't get paid that day. He came in at the Cash App missed him. Like it was a lot with him, and he was not having it. So the woman walks by, they walk by, and the comedian's on stage, and he just simply said hello to both of them. You know how you walk in? Sometimes you see me, hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to the show, man. Was like, something like that. He said the same thing. This dude turned around, looked at him like, don't talk to me. Don't look at my lady. It was unbelievable last night.
He already had an attitude. What she have on, Shawn?
She had on some jeans, right? And she had on some really nice flip-flops. She was dressed really nice and a really nice top. But there was a lot going on in the back, Barbi Colon.
I was opening it.
Oh, it was a lot going on.
Oh, okay.
A lot of very hippie, but just a lot. Just
well,
but it's not. What's she gonna do about that?
She can't help if that's what she got.
So then she goes to the bathroom. Now I'm watching all of this, right? She goes to the bathroom. She comes out the bathroom. You can feel the energy's different. And then she gets on the phone. She starts texting. He's on the other side of the room. She's on one side of the room. She doesn't want to go over there no more with him.
She didn't had enough of his foolishness for the night.
Fellas, stop ruining the night because you're so insecure with stop. Okay, you are blessed to have this beautiful woman by your side. It's the same story. It's amazing how I see it. It's the same. You have this beautiful woman on your side. She obviously want to be with you. The energy was great when y'all came into the room, and then you spoiled the whole night. You made the night really bad. So by the time I get off the stage, now I'm in the Bronx last night. This is about 11 o'clock at night, 11:30, 11:15. I got off the stage, right? She's over there by herself with the wait staff, and the guy is on the other side.
Oh
mad.
Yeah, she really had enough of him. She ain't even mingling with other people.
Like,
he pissed her all the way off.
Like.
Right.
And I'm looking at him, and I'm kind of, he doesn't know how I'm looking. I'm looking at him in disgust. He doesn't know that. Yeah. But everybody over there knows what it is because they came with a few people. They met some people over there.
She don't even want to go back to the
She don't even want to go back to the table with them.
Oh, wow.
Come on, fellas.
Yeah, he didn't ruin her night.
Come on, fellas. Why we got to keep doing it time and time and time again? Don't be in a relationship. If you can't handle being in a relationship with a beautiful woman, or any woman, don't dismiss yourself. Just get out of it because you just ruined the night for everybody. Men, stop. On a Turned Up Tuesday. Men, stop ruining the night for women.
Yeah.
Because of the issues that you have going on in your life. He should have been proud to have this woman by his side.
Absolutely.
He should be showing her off.
I used to say that all the time.
Yeah, it should be showing off. Like, hey, look at my lady. But I don't understand why us men do it. I remember I said this before. I've never been like that. I'm not a jealous guy like that. But why? The woman, because she walked in, and Barbi was very noticeable. Very, there was a lot going on in the trunk.
I'm sure.
There's a lot going on. So it's
a lot of Spanish women have nice little derrieres.
Yeah, so she's actually just walking to her seat. He's like, hold on, wait, don't walk yet. And then he ran behind her, and I'm like, what's going on?
If he don't sit down.
Is this a cultural thing with Latino men?
Yeah, they are kind of insecure.
Yo, my Latino brothers, y'all got to calm down. This is 2021. Yeah. This is not 1983. Y'all got to you got to calm down with all that. Now on the flip side of that, I did a private event too. God has blessed me. I've been working this all weekend, right? So Barbi, the night before I do a private event.
We got a guest coming in.
Yes, Senny. Sorry, I forgot to tell you guys we got a guest coming in. So now here's the insecurity on the flip side, Barbi Colon. I did a private event for an NBA basketball player. Right? This is Sunday night. It was turned up. The ballers were out there.
I'm sure.
The money, you can see the money. Some events, I go to, you see the money. It's out there. And, and the fellas swag is up. Oh, it's loud? Yeah.
Yours loud. Mine is low.
Morning.
That's why it's loud as hell.
That's why it's loud. It might be a little loud, but
Is it loud still?
all right. So Barbie, hear me out.
Maybe
So here's the flip side of that. We with the ballers,
Yeah.
right? And the NBA basketball players, former NBA basketball players, but they're still rich.
Of course.
Former NBA basketball players who are still rich, right? They out there drinking, and we all having a good time. The comedy show is off the hook. And one of the ladies that was with one of the former NBA basketball players, I'm with Roberto Vanderpool and Jay the comedian. We sitting there, and my man Ron Snipes, good looking. We just sitting there in the back area, just chilling, And my soul sister, number one, Barbie Cologne, pulls the basketball player to the side, takes her finger and points it almost in his eyeball. But you couldn't hear what she was saying, but you could tell her body language. Yo, I'm powerful. She's like, if you
She had to
look,
I'm trying to tell
right.
you, if you get out loud, I'm you up.
But we was sitting on the sideline watching every moment of this.
Collecting data for jokes.
Was not but it was right. But it wasn't. I wasn't looking for the joke.
Yeah.
It was the liquor was flowing. My man was doing too much. The basketball dude, he was doing too much. He was smiling to me, smiling up on his
too
face.
hard.
He's smiling too hard.
In somebody's face.
Yo.
She was telling him to sit his ass down somewhere before she show out.
And he wouldn't, and he was looking fresh, and he was but he was actually a cigar. Every day we gave everybody a cigar. It was unbelievable. And the liquor got into him, and there was a lot of women around Barbie Cologne.
I'm sure it
was. And he's walking around, and he's being very receptive.
Too friendly.
Oh my God, he was up there. I talking to everybody. But you can tell, I'm just as a guess, you could tell that this was past history. This is something that he's done before. Because the way she kind of, she didn't grab him, but she just said, kindly gestured to come to the side of the house.
Come here, let me talk to you.
Because we could see all this happening. And she took her hand, put it on her hip a little bit, and yeah, she put the hand on the hip. She took the finger. She took the finger. The finger literally almost scratched out his eyeball.
She probably should have poked his eyeball out.
And we was watching this like, this is a beautiful thing. But after that Barbie Cologne, because that's when the after party started. And there was no more eyeballing.
He got it together, didn't he?
There was no more laughing. There was no more smiling in front of all the other ladies.
She put that ass on time out. Hey, yes, sis. That's how you supposed to do it. Put your foot on the neck, girl.
So, Senny, let me ask you a question. If you're in a situation and your man is being a little bit too flirty, and he was going, and he had the bottle. They all had these champagne bottles. They all had these champagne bottles and in their hands of Barbie Cologne, CJ, the basketball players.
Yeah.
I mean, you had some luxury cars out there. There was a Bentley sitting there. There was a lot going on. And Senny, if you was in a situation where your man was a former NBA basketball player, but his swag is still up, he's still getting his money. They celebrating another NBA's basketball player. There was a celebration for another player, and we were doing the comedy for the player. And Senny, if you was dating a former NBA basketball, these guys are like in their mid 30s, early 40s. The players. Senny, if your man is a former NBA basketball player and he's doing too much, and this guy was doing too much, he was with all the ladies and he was talking. I don't know if he knew. I thought it was his cousins. I don't know what was going on. Senny, are you the type of woman to kind of pull him over to the side and and check them like that? Are you like that? I know before I ask Barbie, are you, or do you just let it just go and it's just all good?
I don't know. I guess I think it just depends on what type of mood I'm in, I guess. But I never really had to deal with that, so I don't know.
So you wouldn't know how.
But I think I would just tell him, I mean, definitely if you're drinking sometimes you'll be like, you might be a little loud, but I don't know. That's not, I mean, I wouldn't like berate him in front of people.
No, she pulled him to the side.
Say
She put him to the side of the house.
Yeah.
Nobody saw it but me and the comedians.
Oh yeah, then I might do something like that.
Yeah.
So you would do it?
Yeah, I would say something if I felt like some type of way. I'd be like, "What are you doing? What's going on? Why you all up in their face?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would.
But what if that was just him and you knew that was him and that's how you get down?
If I knew that was then if I knew that was him, then I wouldn't be saying anything.
Right. So,
but even if that is just you, I mean, if you feel disrespected, then you should say something.
of course. So
even if that is you.
So is there a number count for men to be in a woman's face for you to go, wait, well, that's the seventh woman that you sitting there, yapping to? Or is there, because the guy that came in the restaurant last night,
no, it depends on what you're doing, because it could be the first woman you talk to that I feel like that was a little much. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Right. It depends on what it is that you're doing.
they were drinking and partying and having a good time and laughing.
I mean, it depends.
So, Senny, you
It
seem
depends
like you're
on
the
what
type
it
that
was.
will you be the type like you would
I mean,
let
if
a guy you would let a guy just go off and you would let your man just go off and do his thing?
Yeah, I mean,
good for you.
especially if that's how I met you and that's the type of person that you are, then I would be used to it or whatever. So, if you're just hanging out, because I'm like that. I've had guys tell me that I'm too much of people's face and da-da-da-da. So I get it. So I'll be like, what are you talking about? Like, that's just me. I'm just happy and I laugh a lot.
All right, God bless you. Now, Barbie. Now, Barbie. So, same situation. You already know. This was what I saw. What we saw was unbelievable the other night at the former NBA get together.
I'll guess it's here.
Somebody let her. Yeah, Senny. Thank you. And Senny, if you don't mind, have them sit out there for a second, okay? If you don't mind. You see the scenario. Former NBA players. You see, they still got money. Everything. They laughing. Everything's fine. There was a lot of women out there, Barbie.
Yeah.
A lot of women. And these women were obviously they were around the age of the basketball players. They were around about 35 to 50, because these were former NBA stars.
Right.
And I love the way she checked them. I love the way that she, pulled them to the side and did this. It was fascinating to me. Yeah. Barbie Cologne, question. Mm-hmm. If you was with the former NBA star or with, which current man or any man, and you see that the man is overly receptive, a little touchy, making the other ladies laugh. Mm-hmm. You know how your women love the good laugh. And you sitting there, you ain't paying it no mind in the beginning, but you like, whoa. What part of that whole receptive thing where you will go over to your man and say, well, what are you doing?
Well, if I first notice it, I'm gonna shoot him a text like, hey,
you gonna shoot him a text there?
Yeah, because that way nobody knows what the conversation that's about to be had. But what's going on? Or I'll send him an eye. Look, me and my emojis again. I'm watching you. No, I'll pull it to the side. Like, okay, honey, I think you're getting a little bit too flirtatious. They show a little too many teeth. I don't like it. Calm it down, Sugarfoot, okay? Now let's go party. Calm it down.
Now, Senny, Barbie did a backtrack real fast.
I ain't do a backtrack. I bet said I would check him.
Barbie.
I'm not gonna embarrass him or nothing like that. But I'm gonna check him.
Senny, she did a real quick backtrack.
I backtrack.
I asked her what she would do. The first thing she said she'd pull out that phone and start texting.
Yeah, I would him. Oh, we got two guests.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna be enough room.
Yeah, Senny, I don't know. We'll see. I don't think it's gonna be enough room, but we'll try. Let's try to see if we can make it work. Senny, on a Turned Up Tuesday, and we'll get into some news and we're gonna get into the whole thing. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Like and share the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team. See, Barbi Cologne said that at the gathering, if she feels a certain way and the homies too flirtatious and being too receptive to the ladies and making them laugh, you know what she said she would do?
What?
She said she would send a text with an emoji.
Oh, that's cute.
Little eyes. I'm watching.
Yeah.
All right. And then she'll go over to him and say something like Sugarfoot.
All right now, baby. Can I talk to you in the corner
But
for a second?
Barbi, is that?
Is my mic? Can they hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
It's like it's too low or something. I don't know.
No, they can hear you. They fine. You fine. Say something.
Something.
Talking, that's what I noticed too. For me too, you have to talk directly in it.
Yeah,
Sometimes
but
if you talk
even
to
my
the
headphones
side-
usually sound low today. For some reason.
Okay. Are you okay?
high
Let me
as
see what's
hell.
going on. You guys are acting. Let me see. Okay, is it high?
You know, this is how mine normally sounds.
Okay, hold on.
Oh,
hold on,
really?
hold on.
Girl.
Look at that.
If this sounds right,
That's
wait a
probably
minute.
how yours sound.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Can you hear it?
I can't hear nothing.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's real low, right?
Hold on.
Rome.
Let me.
We need you to fix it.
Yeah, this is kind of okay, but this.
Okay,
Yeah,
wait.
that's-
I'm gonna turn them all the way down.
That's why when I blow
All
the
right,
down a
all
little
right.
bit.
I done turned them all down now. We're gonna start all over. Okay, ready? Can you hear yourself?
Yeah, this
No.
sounds okay.
You can hear yourself
It
now?
still sounds like loud, but it's okay.
Mine
It's
is
better
off
than
completely.
before.
No, mine is. Okay, are you good now?
Yeah.
No.
What about now? I can't even hear
It's
myself.
Right. So you turned down too low.
Okay, what about now? What about
I
now?
don't know what's going on.
I don't
Okay,
know.
there you
It's
go.
still the same,
Okay, okay. As long as they can hear outside.
I guess.
All right.
Look, I guess.
So Barbi, can you hear now?
It's still low.
Okay.
Barely.
All right.
Barely.
Mine sounds still loud,
Yes.
and I have like an echo.
Yeah.
No way.
Yes,
Yes.
hers does. Mine,
Yes.
I can barely hear
I
mine.
sound loud and I have an echo, almost like I'm in a tunnel.
Hold on.
City. Hey.
Screwing up my story here.
Oh,
Right.
sorry.
Sorry.
Just go
Just
ahead.
go ahead.
Just
We'll
go
deal
ahead
with it.
with
We'll
your
deal with
story.
it.
Wait, I
It's
wanna
no
make
big deal.
sure. What about now?
We'll do it.
It's the same.
Like we deal with everything else.
Right, we'll deal with it. Oh, there we go. I can hear it.
What about now?
Yeah, that's great. Right there.
Mine still sounds the same. Okay. That something's
Okay.
happening.
Right. Something's going on.
The echo is leaving.
Something hasn't been happening with you since last October.
That is not nice, Sean.
What about now?
Mine is perfect. Don't touch it. Look, leave mine alone.
See,
please.
how you feeling over there?
I'm all right.
Okay.
Better.
You should deal with it. She just hung over.
Same.
Okay,
No, it was loud though when we switched.
All right. So Barbi, you going to you're gonna text
I'll
while it's
post it.
going down. You're gonna text. Now, what if he doesn't see the text message?
That's all right, but he'll know that I saw him
Okay.
from the get go, so he can't say, "What you talking about?" I'm like, "Look at your phone." That's when I first saw it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So for me, like, say if my wife was overly flirtatious like that, there would be no. Cindy, close the door real quick. If you don't mind. There would be no. There'd be no text messaging.
You said there would be
There'd be none
No.
of that.
None of that.
There'd be. I'm not text messaging anybody.
No.
I'm going straight up to my wife and go, with the. I'm gonna point out all the infractions.
Yeah.
I'm gonna point out all the penalties.
Okay.
I'm gonna point like Coco Brown said on her joke at the comedy
Oh,
show.
yeah.
I'm gonna throw a flag down
Flag
there.
on the play.
And I'm gonna let you know that you are doing too much and you're flirting around, and I don't like it.
Right. I don't like that. Are you gonna pull her to the side?
I'm gonna pull her to the
I was
side.
about to say, because you're not
No,
gonna
I'm
embarrass
not.
her.
No,
in
no,
front of
I'm not.
everybody.
I'm not gonna do that. And even
Okay.
if it's not a great look to do that in front of everyone, because
Not
it's
at
two
all.
ways. One's very disrespectful. Two,
Right.
you just expose your whole weakness.
Exactly. You never want to show weakness.
You don't want to. You don't do that. So what I would do is I would pull her over to the side.
Yeah.
And go. You need to calm down. You can't. That can't happen no more. I'm upset at what you're doing,
Yeah.
and you need to just stop it immediately. And you need to put the focus back on why we're here and on me.
Oh, it's about you.
Yes.
Okay.
You need to put the focus back on me because you're making me look real crazy in these
I
streets
would
right
just
now.
leave. And see, that's why sometimes you can't even like
You can't leave.
bring stuff up like that because sometimes it just ruins the whole night.
Well, that happened.
You just be in a bad mood because the person that you told is like, oh, now I can't say anything to anybody because they're going to feel some type of way.
All right, let me ask you a question.
And then the person that said something is going to be like, why are you acting like that now?
Right.
And I'll be like, because this is how you want me to act.
All right, let me. Okay, now let me ask you.
It's what you like.
Hold on,
It's what you like. You want me to sit here and not say nothing because I've done that before.
Hold on, let me say this real quick. I'm gonna say because you don't want me to say nothing.
I'm gonna sit here and sit in the corner.
Hold on a second. Hold
and
on.
not say anything to anybody.
Hold on a second. Hold on. I've been in a situation. Hold on. I've been in a situation where I've been out on dates with women, right? And there was drinking involved, right? And the young lady that I was with, all of a sudden, started zeroing in on 2 or 3 of the guys that were there with too long of a stare.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there looking at the women that I'm with, staring dead ass at the other guy with a flirtatious kind of, it's innocent, it's not disrespectful, but you're just looking too long. And I sat there and I'm looking and I'm like, okay, I see what's going on. Then I would interrupt the young lady from looking, right? And go, God, boy, you're looking at that guy for a long time. What are you doing? And then the person would immediately go, I'm not looking at no guy. And that's how everything goes left. You was looking at the guy too long.
Maybe they were looking at that direction. Maybe they were looking in that direction.
Come on, stop it, knock it off. So my whole thing is, but then
you can't say what I'm looking at.
But I'm clearly see what you look at. The dude is hold on, Barbi. Hold on, Barbi. The guy is right in your peripheral. You looking right at him. I'm looking at you, looking at that person. So and you're looking too long because for 2 reasons. One, maybe there's some alcohol involved. The second reason, the guy's probably fine as hell. That's good. The third reason, you forgot that I was there with you. That's fine. But when I point it out and go, yo, whoa, okay, Charles over there looking fine as hell, but you're looking too long. And then when I point it out, one thing, denial. I'm not looking. 2, now I'm crazy. 3, I should never bring it up. 4, the evening is done.
Right.
Just say I think I know him.
So as a man, hold on. So as a man, I am not. If my wife my wife and I go out and she get twisted, and she's staring at a guy because of those reasons. Liquor, the guy looks fine as hell. She forgot that I was there, right? I'm gonna say, yo, what are you doing? Why? I see what you're doing. But don't have that ruin the evening. Maybe her or any one of you women should go, oh, you know what, my fault. Yeah, I did. I was kind of looking.
Who's gonna say that?
So, but why would you deny it?
Who's gonna say that?
Okay, so why would you deny it?
I would be like,
what?
Oh, well, I'm sorry. You thought I was looking at that person. I wasn't.
Oh, see, but then
that's what I'm gonna say.
Right,
and
but
I'm gonna just let it die, and I'll just be like, okay.
But why would you lie? But why would you lie?
Lying. But you cannot prove that I was looking at that person.
Oh my God!
you are over here berating me, but
man.
I will keep my eyes on you,
Barbi, let me ask you a question. If you was looking at a guy,
I saw my 5th grade teacher.
Barbi, let me ask you a question. If you was looking at a man too long like that in the same scenario, and your man said, yo, hold on, honey, you're looking at this dude too long. I see exactly what's going on here. You're going to have the Senny approach and deny the fact? Or you're going to be a grown-ass woman?
Like, I sure was.
Oh,
I sure was. Oh, I've done it. Like, I sure was.
But why would you even come up to him and say something like that? That's what I'm gonna be like, are you serious right now?
Barbi Cologne, have you ever been to a social situation with another
you
man?
Probably done look that.
Of course.
You gonna come to me about something that you don't even know that I'm looking at, and you're gonna have the audacity to question me about what I'm looking at in my own head with my eyes.
I get it. I understand.
Boy, you better go focus on why we here.
Really?
Before I go home, and I'm gonna focus on that.
Okay,
sir.
so
Please,
so
get
now
out my face.
so now you the
with your
queen.
insecurities.
So now you the queen. So now you the queen of deflection instead
exactly.
of dealing
I'm
with
gonna put it right
the
back
issue.
on you because
So
your
you
issue
can't-
is what I'm doing.
Oh, so wait a minute. So you
This
can
is your
go.
issue that you're trying to put on me.
Hold on. So wait a minute. So
That's
you
what's
can.
going on right
so
now.
so wait a minute. So you can.
That's
you
what's
can.
happening right now. You're destroying
you
my
can-
name.
you can-
I'm gonna go get another glass.
Okay, so you can
So I
lustfully.
can forget this conversation even happened.
So you can lustfully look at a man, gawk a man just looking at him, standing there. You
said
see what's
I
going
was
on.
looking. You didn't say
I was
gawking.
gawking. Like, it's a different. I wasn't gawking. I'm gawk.
And if we're at like a club or a social event, how can you tell me what I'm looking at?
I was looking at that
Senny,
direction.
Senny, are you serious right now? You know that when somebody's looking at you, they know that you're looking at something. Yeah, that's why when we go like this,
I'm
what are you
I
looking
don't know
at?
what you're talking about. I'm looking at that over there. Did you see that? They have a projector.
Fellas, have you
I
ever
was trying
been?
to see how that light
Fellas,
That's so bright and
is hit
dark
on
in
that.
here.
You don't
fellas,
see
have
that
you
red
been?
dot on that wall over there?
Fellas,
Is it just me?
let me ask you a question, fellas.
Look right over there next to that guy with the earring.
Let me
and the bald head.
ask you. Let me ask you. Wait.
Fresh
Nice
jeans
shoes
on.
Hold on. Let me.
Right next to him
Right.
is a red
Right,
dot.
right.
Right.
And I keep seeing it. I'm
Right.
like, is somebody about to get shot? Like,
Right,
I'm
I'm
scared.
nervous, I'm nervous.
scared, babe. Did you see that?
And that's when you.
Right, there you
that's,
go.
And those conversations be getting chicks dragged out of the club. Now, fellas, put a number one in the chat room if you ever experienced that, like Harvey. Have you experienced before we gonna bring in our guest? Fellas, put a number one in the chat room if you was on a date or you was with with a lady, whoever you was with, and they looked 30 seconds too long on a turned up Tuesday. And you approached them with it, and you let them know how you feel about it.
Just
Put a
keep
number
it
one.
to yourself.
All right, let's take a quick break. We're gonna be right back. Well, let's bring in our guest. And God bless you. We're gonna shout out the room after that. Let's go.
AWOL DJs.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Good morning, everyone, here in Bethlehem, where we broadcast live to you from. Right now, it is 55 degrees. The high today will be 81, and it will be a beautiful and sunny day. That's what I have for you all. What's it look like where you are? Barbi Cologne coming to you live from the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Senny J, where you get your morning started, right?
Where you get your morning started right. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Remember, guys, Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team. Charity bowling tournament. That's Sunday, September the 26th in Easton. Barbi, what's that? What's the location of that place again?
Bardine Lane. I don't know. Hold on one second. Let me pull it up.
My fault. I should have
You're
took
right.
it.
You should let me know.
I forgot. And also, we have Best of Both Worlds at the Iron Mule, 831 South Delaware Jobs. That's October 17th. Will Tracks and Rob Stapleton. Go ahead, Bart.
Our bowling tournament is Sunday, September 26th, from 1 to 4 p.m. at Bardi Lanes, 3700 St. Nicholas Street here in Easton, PA. You guys make sure you come on out and join us.
Okay, welcome to the show. We have a special guest, everyone. Young lady, if you don't mind, could you please go closer to the mic and introduce yourself, if you don't mind?
Good morning. My name is Joetta. I am a 4-time Olympian, motivational speaker, and I'm just happy to be on the show this morning with you.
Good morning. Hey, glad to have you here. Glad to have you in the building.
Let's clap for, God bless you, Olympic runner.
Yes.
But that's a lot of commitment.
Yeah.
You look so good.
You do. Let's clap for her. She looks really good. Jesus.
Right?
She,
On my workout.
Right.
Maybe I can see some muscles
Did you
coming through.
did you run here?
No, I didn't run here. I retired in 2000, so I haven't run in the Olympic level since 2000. I made the 1988, 92, 96, and 2000 Olympic team. So I made 4 Olympic teams.
Let's clap.
That's amazing.
So wait. Are you saying that you've been retired for 20 years from the Olympics and you look that good like that?
Right.
Because most folks, let's clap.
Yes.
Most folks, when they retire, they're done.
No.
You the best looking retired person I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, well, thank you.
Where you from originally?
I am from Newark, New Jersey.
Okay, Newark in the building.
Yes,
That's where Barbi's from.
Yes, Newark, New Jersey. And then we, when the riots came in '67, family moved up to South Orange. I went to Columbia High School, and then I graduated high school. I was a runner the whole time, so I left Jersey being the best in the state. And then I went to college, University of Tennessee in Knoxville, ran school, student athlete, 15-time All-American, all that good stuff.
Right.
And then people often ask me, where'd you get your dedication from and determination? Well, my father, Dr. Joe Clark, the late, great Dr. Joe Clark.
Wow.
That's your father?
That was my
Yeah.
dad.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
My mom was Jetta Clark. So my mother was an entrepreneur in Newark, and my dad was subject of the movie Lean On Me. But at that time, as a kid, he was a school teacher.
Right. So now we see the motivation of you running. You grew up in Newark.
See, that's background. I'm not going to pass my city like that.
Right. So,
he always try, girl. He
listen, I'm from the
always
Bronx,
try.
so
Okay,
it's a different run. And Lord knows I've been on my own runs. So how did you get into running? How did you get into that?
That's a good question. Growing up, my father always said that, black people, Americans did not run. So he wanted us to run distance. We sprinted, but we didn't run distance. So he said, Joetta, and I had a brother at the time, JJ, and then I have a sister that came 15 years later. But the two of us would just run because he said, you're going to run, you're going to be dedicated, you're going to have fun, and if your parents say you can do something, you do it. So instead of us sprinting, we ran distance, and I ended up being the best in the country, and my brother as well.
Wow,
That's so amazing.
that's amazing. I mean,
You see that
I
her
kinda-
parents do that to you?
Right.
I kind of,
Get out there and run.
I kind of,
Right, don't stop.
Keep going.
I kind of disagree with you with black folks running for 50. I think we've been running for 200 years.
Well,
We've been running. We've been running.
that point.
Running by choice.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Right. So, okay, so what year? What's the years around again? You said 80.
Well, you're trying to do some math. So let me stop you. I'm 59 years old.
Let's clap for that. Oh my
Amazing.
God, man! You hold on. Wait a minute.
He always trying to put.
Yeah, no, hold on, Solomon. You look absolutely beautiful for you. Let's get that black folks, man.
Hey, we don't crack.
Oh
We
my
don't
God,
crack.
Bad
man.
day, I'm gonna come and call you
Oh,
guys
black
up for
folks.
sure, man.
You know, we look good for our age. You look absolutely beautiful. I'm 83 myself, so I know black don't crack. I understand.
Turn that around to 38.
No doubt. So how did it?
Yeah. So what happened was I, like I said, was doing the running, and then I enjoyed running and having a good time and beating the boys, so that was really cool.
Yeah.
And then the rest is history. I kind of made the '88 team. It was in Seoul, Korea.
Right.
And that was a beginner, and I didn't really do that well. And then '92, I did really great.
Good.
'96 and 2000. So that's how it kind of happened. But running and sports were important because it taught me about life.
Right.
So even though I was running, it was teaching me discipline, how to stay focused, how to be the best, how to never give up, how to believe in yourself. And that was important in life then and now
So you know, and I could feel that energy from you right now. I could see the discipline in you. I could feel the love in you. I could feel the commitment in you. Now, when you talk about running, now you talk about distance. I can't even run to the corner. I'll be honest with you. What's the distance? Like, you know, you go around, you see, you know, we go. Everybody in the neighborhood will always walk around the track.
Yes.
A lot of us can't even walk around the track. When you talk about distance, like how long that oval track? How many feet is that? Like,
Let me clarify. Yeah, I'm saying distance, but it was middle distance. I ran 2 times around your high school track, so I ran 800 meters, which is a half a mile.
Wow.
800 meters is what I ran.
2 times around the track is 800 meters is a half a mile.
No. 1 time was a quarter mile.
Okay.
2 times is 800, and then 3/4 of a mile. Then 4 times is a mile. So I did 2 times around the track. So I would run 2 times around the track in 1 minute and 57 seconds. So my first lap is like 55 seconds.
You could run around that track that's out in the park 1 time at 55 seconds.
And then keep going.
Let's clap for that.
That's amazing.
Yo.
I can barely
you
get
are
around
like super.
once.
Yeah.
Half an hour.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You could go.
Well,
And then walk the rest.
Right. Well, Senny haven't been around the track since last October, but that's the difference.
Well, we're gonna change that. We got a fitness challenge.
Right. We're gonna we definitely gonna
Okay.
we definitely
I'm down for that.
We definitely gonna talk about that. So, you know, lately they had in the news, and welcome to the show. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
And Tiffany's here, everybody, guys. Let's clap for Tiffany.
Hey, Tiffany.
Tiffany, we're gonna get you in the camera angle in a
Hey.
minute. I want to know your opinion about this. I think the courts made a ruling, or they're trying to make a ruling on collegiate athletes getting paid, like football, like all of them, football players, baseball, you know, lacrosse, all these guys. Obviously, back in those days, you received. I'm assuming you received the scholarship, right? Let's clap for that. She did for running. That's right. It's all clear to me. It's
running. It had to be a student athlete too, so it was running and grades. But
Right, yeah.
Now, what kind of monetary compensation you got back then?
Okay.
How did they pay you, or what did you get?
So we backtrack. I started running when I started in sports. It was the AIAW, so men and women were separate. Title IX had just come around, and that came around so that women, boys and girls, could have equal opportunity in sports. So that's what Title IX was about. So because of Title IX, we were separate. Men got one thing and women got something else.
Okay.
So, make a long story short, I came around during that time. However, man or woman, you could not get any money. So we did get some of us got full athletic scholarships, academic scholarships. So to answer your question about bringing it fast forward, is light years. I mean, I got to school in 1980.
Right.
So to come to 2020, my daughter is now a student athlete, and she will benefit from the rules that the NCAA put out. Right. But it's still not really clear how it's going to really work. Right. But at this point in time, people can contact the student athletes, go through their school, they can get compensation.
Right. So
they just approved that, right?
Right. They just approved that. So now, you know, when we do sports here, you know, because there's a lot of talking in here. We always, when the sports stories come up, because we have our own perspective on sports other than the scores here, we always debate the fact that the transgender athlete wants to, you know, the women, the transgender want to run with the boys, want to run with the women. I mean, and we've argued about this a ton of times. I'm against all of that.
Joanna, when you speak
I
to
think
the mic.
I think that if you have a transgender athlete, they should have their own little section over
Absolutely.
there. I mean, that's just my opinion. Now, Senny has a whole number. That's just how I feel about it.
Okay.
Now, you're an athlete.
Okay.
We up here talking and eating hamburgers all day while you're in shape.
Yes.
Right.
What's your opinion about? I'm old school. I'm men with the men and women with the women.
Yeah.
That's just me. But I do respect. I'm ultra liberal. I'm from the Bronx, New York.
Right.
So I'm open to all. I'm for gay rights. I'm for all of that.
Right.
But as an athlete, what is your opinion on the transgender in sports?
I think that the common sense would tell you that if you're transgendering and you're taking hormones, first of all, if you're a guy and you're coming to change into a woman, then your testosterone levels and all that is much higher. So from a perspective of a good male athlete running with women, even if he changes over, it's going to be hard for us to beat that person.
Right.
Okay? These are facts. So that's why in the sport now, when you saw that some of the women from other countries had high testosterone levels, they did not allow them to run with the women, even though they were identified themselves as women. Right. So a good woman cannot beat a good man that transgenders into the woman.
I think that the men just can't compete with the other men, and then they go over to the women's side.
See that now that
and try to win all the races.
No,
Cindy who's sitting next to you, she's for inclusion and she's for whatever, like she's one of those. And
aren't you too?
And why not? And I'm like this. No disrespect. Like this man who was a man and put some chemicals in his body now can identify as woman, which I still have no problems with that. Right. You can have all the bathrooms in the world you want, but if a man is now a woman, Cindy, she just answered the question.
Right.
It's hard for women to compete.
Yes. Exactly.
With former men. I say that respectably.
Yeah. Well, yes, and especially with the strength level. Now, if they're going to test them and the levels or the levels of the women, which that means they have to take chemicals to get them down to that level that might to that level.
Right.
Maybe, but I just from a strength point of view. Now, a lot of cases in Connecticut, you have these kids that are guys that are running with women that aren't even winning.
Right, the women aren't winning.
The men, the guys that have transgendered into being a woman, they're not winning. They're not good enough to beat the women that just the girls.
Well, that's just a total waste of time.
Well,
right.
But then again, you gotta look at their rights and all that kind of stuff. I don't really get into their rights, but what I do say is that the common sense says that if you have a great guy that transgenders into being a woman, competes against women, and he's good, we're not going to beat him. However, if they go through hormonal things to get their levels down and to a level, which is a lot of time and money, energy, but if they do that, that's one thing. But just a guy, high school guy or a collegiate guy that now identifies as a woman and says that he wants to run with women, that you have to challenge that a little bit.
So
they should really create a mixed category.
I said
have that for
I said that they should just have their own little section. But when I say that, everybody gets mad at me.
I don't know about
I
a little section, but maybe
little section, little.
I don't know.
Their own
Maybe
category.
Transports.
They should have their own category.
Transports.
Yeah.
Transports.
That's a tough one. Yeah, that is a tough one to get. But my viewpoint is that, again, if you're going to compete, there has to be some equality. So you have to make sure your hormonal levels are right so that you're closer to the woman hormonally than you are the man.
Well, it goes back to what you feel, and I can feel your energy as far as being dedicated and committed to what you do. I can feel it right now.
Yeah.
And now, if you don't mind me asking, is your daughter an athlete? Is she running?
Yeah.
So then, if that's the case, right, Barbi Cologne, now her daughter's running. I'm for sure her daughter has her same mindset. This woman most definitely has raised a beautiful young lady. You can tell. Now, what if a dude come in?
Right.
That's what is it called? I want to make sure. Transgender.
Yeah.
Okay. Right now, your daughter's busting her ass out there running on 40. Your daughter probably could run the whole lap in 50 seconds.
Yeah, she can.
She's fast.
And then all of a sudden, this guy comes and now identifies as women. Would that make you feel?
I mean, it's a tough one to do. I don't say I wouldn't like it, but if he's that good, he would run with the guys. You understand? So if he's running a 50 point or 49, that's not a good guy time. But I think it's more to it than just wanting to beat the girls or be with the girls. I think their lifestyle, their mindset, that whole culture is what they believe, and because they're in that culture, they now feel as though that's who they are. And so when you try and talk to the parents, which I do, they don't want it. They're not open for the other side. And that's the only problem I have.
Okay.
Is that I'm hearing what you're saying, but at least be open to what the other people are saying. And I think it just goes in the groups that I've been with. It's just one way. My kid wants that, so that's where it should be. And they don't pay attention to what the other parents want of my daughter, how we feel for my daughter.
Good.
So that's something that needs to be addressed.
Very interesting. Now, I've just achieved I could touch my toes now.
Sure,
I was doing naked yoga a few months back.
TMI.
No.
And that was very beneficial to me.
She's shaking her head.
and very liberating. Now, what's shit? Because I know we're gonna get into what you do.
Yes.
Like,
Because I don't think it was real yoga he was doing.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
You making it? Were you with the group or you made it up yourself?
He was
He was by
naked.
himself.
I was waking up in the morning, going to the mirror, and butt ass
When you with a
naked.
group, I hope he wasn't with a group.
But I used to do that with a group.
Oh my God! Ew.
Now,
going on
yeah,
there.
there's a lot going on with me. There's a lot going on with me. Now, we could go on YouTube and we could see how to properly stretch and all that.
Yes.
Now, you're the source.
Yes.
Now, for the folks that are listening, we got a bunch of folks listening. Now, what's the proper way that us regular folks? Because Senny, she's not regular. This woman is an athlete.
Yeah.
That's right.
She's 59 years old.
has
She
a
looks
regimen.
beautiful, and I swear to God, we go outside and she'll outrun all three of us with her heels on right now.
Sure would.
What's the proper technique on stretching? How does that work?
Oh boy. Well, let's be clear. Even though I am Olympian and fitness expert, stretching varies. There's so many different types of stretching, and so I think that and people, we have a company called Joe Time Fitness. We say we meet you where you are. So there are different ways to stretch, dynamic stretching. But the bottom line is that we want you to get moving.
Right.
And, excuse me. In the morning, the first thing you do at the bed, you should stretch. So you can go from basic stretching, which would be arm circles, leg swings, neck turns, those type of stretching, to more dynamic stretching. But I think we need to get moving, and not many of us are moving, and we're not doing it long enough and with enough energy to see a difference. So stretching is very important. It should be done daily. So at Joe Time Fitness, we meet you where you are. And if where you are is just arm circles, then you do arm circles. If you are where you can do more dynamic or stretching, touching your toes, more active stretching, jumping jacks and things like that to get your heart rate up. Because the purpose of stretching is to warm your body up for the activity that you're about to do.
Right.
So that's just the way it is. And so the stretching that you might do to go walk would be something different than I would do to go run,
Right.
or whatever the sport is. But basically, to stay active, you have to do some type of movement so you don't get hurt.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I want to clap for your biceps.
Yeah.
Right.
Can I borrow your bicep?
That requires some fitness and some dedication.
Right.
Right.
We're gonna get
right.
it. Now, I want to borrow your bicep.
Okay.
So before we get into your business, what was your migration? You live out here in the Lehigh Valley?
I do.
So what was that? What was your migration to the Lehigh Valley? How long you been out here?
I've been here for 12 years now.
Oh,
Yeah, it's been a long time. Yeah, I've been here for 12 years and just left Jersey. Taxes.
I hear that.
Pretty much in 78 was right there. Hop on 78,
Right,
go
right.
to Jersey. So that's basically it. I enjoy being here. There's a lot to do here.
Right, of
but
course.
I had to transition. It took me about 6 to 7 years to figure that out. Because always going to Jersey, to go in the theater to New York and that whole thing. But the culture is a little bit different. But
Yeah.
where I was living was similar to this anyway.
Yeah, no doubt.
The mindset was about the same, but it was just the taxes, and it's basically why we came here.
You know, you're right. I like that's what 99% of it. When I met Barbi Cologne, we had a conversation. She kept going back and forth to New Jersey for parties and driving back. I was like, why are you
I
going out
was.
there?
Yeah.
So I
'Cause
get
there
it.
was nothing here when I was in.
There's a lot going on here
now
now.
it is. Yeah, I love it.
So now let's get to your business.
Sure.
Again, it's just always so refreshing to see African American minority folks have businesses. That's where it's at right now, and it's very gratifying to hear that and see when someone comes in here with a business. What is your business?
Well, I've been blessed to have had a business for over 25 years.
Oh, that's
As you
good.
know,
Yeah.
as you know, most businesses don't make it past 5 years, especially women
Yeah.
businesses.
Yeah.
Right.
My main source is Joy to Sports and Beyond. I'm a motivational speaker, entrepreneur, and I speak to corporations, women groups, men groups, colleges across the country. And I talk about empowerment, motivation, diversity and inclusion,
Right.
women in anything, women in business, women in sports, women in the marketplace. So those are the topics that I address and have done for over 25 years. So what I also did was started a foundation called the Joe and Clark Dick Sports Foundation, which has been around for 18 years.
Wow.
And we give scholarships. We talk about careers in the sports industry, and we talk about being healthy and using sports as a way to transition into business. So often people want to be, especially kids, They want to be the Olympian, the professional football athlete, professional basketball athlete. But that's only 1%. But this is a billion-dollar industry. Right. So you're not the athlete, but you are the coach, you are the accountant, you are the doctor, you're a chiropractor, you're the person that runs the facility. So we introduce these different careers to the kids so they know, hey, I may not be the athlete, but I could be involved as a sports attorney, as a sportscaster.
Wow.
So that's what I do. And then right now we also have something called Joe Time Fitness, and my partner and I, Tyrone and I, we do this program is new.
Right.
It's a podcast that we do called Be Extraordinary. And from the podcast, people want me to talk about fitness and help them to get fit. So we said, okay, we're going to have a fitness challenge called the Joe Time 28-Day Challenge. And this challenge is for 28 days that you get involved with what we are suggesting. It starts tomorrow, which will be September 8th. For 28 days. So, for example, you think it is the fitness part, which is part of the challenge, but because we don't know everyone's medical condition, we don't really give you a deep, involved workout. Right. But we have guidelines that you must do every day. Right. Such as, my new friends, no sugar, no added salt, 7 hours, 6 to 8 hours of sleep, 64 ounces of water a day. Right. No alcohol on certain days per the calendar that we give you. Right. So it's a lifestyle change. And so we are so excited to give this opportunity. And we always say, don't give us a fast no. Give us a slow yes and at least try. Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to... Well, Senny and Barbi's out of this thing already.
I just did. No alcohol. No, Senny did good for 49 days.
I just did a 49-day challenge before we left for Costa Rica. Right. So 28 days is pretty cool. I can definitely do that.
So when you talk about... When you talk about medical condition, people obviously need to know their medical conditions before joining this challenge. Yes, but do you advocate for them to
do the challenge?
To get the medical records to know it.
Well, we advocate that you at least get clearance for your doctor, so you know your condition. You know if you're diabetic. So if you're diabetic and we say no sugar, then there may be a time where you need to have some. You know, something.
Right.
So we're not going to say, per your body, per your medical situation. But we're not going to have you use that as an excuse. If I'm good and, I feel like I have diabetes. So if you feel that, go to the doctor and make sure you have that. And don't just use that to eat something that you shouldn't eat.
No doubt.
And that's all I'm saying.
No doubt.
That's the point there.
Now I get it. I mean, I hear you talk. I feel the strong urge to drink 64 ounces of water right now in one session. Oh. So in the 28...
Sean, you so extra.
It is hard to drink a lot of all of that water.
It really is.
But I'm like probably not as high as I used to be.
So where's the 28? Where's this located? How we do?
Well, what you do is you go. We have two ways to reach us. You can go to the Joe Time Fitness Facebook page.
Right.
How do you spell that?
That's a good question.
Yes.
Joe Time is JOTYME. Joe Time, JOTYME Fitness. Right. That's a Facebook page, or you can go to my website, which is Joetta Sports with an S on the end of sports and beyond.com. Or just Google my name, Joetta, it comes up. And then the challenge is free. Okay. So just register. And then we have feedback and we just follow you on. Tomorrow is my podcast. And so tomorrow will be the first time that we follow you and give you input and interact with you for the challenge. But by 5:30 tomorrow, you should have been way into the challenge. You should have exercised. You should have had a lot of water. You shouldn't have any sugar. You shouldn't add any salt to your meals. Right. You should be way down the line. So at 5:30 tomorrow, when you go to the Be Extraordinary podcast, you should just say, I am doing a good job. I got about 5 more hours left, and I have completed my first one day of the 28 days.
This sounds exciting because I'm excited about this. Good for you.
That's the only thing I can't get is enough sleep.
Yeah, 7 hours of sleep. That ain't happening.
Well, it has to happen. You have because
what happens with the sleep?
7 hours.
Why do they always say to sleep?
Because that's when your body rejuvenates.
Yes.
Oh.
And so,
what if you nap? Because I can take a long nap,
that's
about 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
You take a nap.
I can take a nap for till about 6,
and then you go until 1 o'clock. In the AM. So a power nap is like a 15-minute power nap.
I do my best sleeping in the day.
I got 47 minutes of sleep last night. I feel great.
Really?
That's not enough. You're gonna crash. You're gonna crash later.
Yeah, I average 4 hours or 5 hours a night.
Let's try to increase that.
So my thing with
Go to
this
bed
is
earlier.
my thing with this is right, the times that we live in today.
Yes.
And we already know this. Like you have to be as healthy as you can.
Right.
Coronavirus.
Yes.
Now they got the DV out, and then there's gonna be another.
The MU,
The
There's gonna be
It's a new
another.
variant.
There's
It's a new
a
variant.
there's a
They need to stop all
series
that
of
extra.
viruses out, and we need to be. And I always yell up in this room how everybody's gaining weight during coronavirus, which I thought was very disrespectful to the virus.
I gained 20 pounds.
To the virus.
So, and what you're doing for 28 days, for me, is a life-saving event as well.
Right.
Because you can save somebody's life for 28 days if they switch up with the mentality.
Right.
But boy, and it's simple. I mean, but it's very difficult to do when you tell somebody to stop, no sugar for 28 days.
It
Right.
requires discipline and focus, and it's time for us to put ourselves first. And you mentioned about my age, and what you do 20 years, what I did 20 years ago, prepared me for now. So my goal, God willing, is to make it 20 more years. So I got to put the work in now to be ready to be able to walk when I'm
right.
79 and 80 and be able to touch my toes, do those things. But it starts now. A lot of kids, a lot of people that are younger than me and aren't doing what they should do for themselves. Look, it's not about being an Olympic champion. That's not what I'm trying to have you do. But the champion of your life, you deserve that. You owe yourself that.
That's
Clap.
right.
Right.
Yes.
Hold on, I'll be back. I'm gonna go. I need a track right now. I'm gonna go across the street and run.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm gonna watch
He
you.
got
I'm
a lot
gonna
of
record
jokes
you
over there, right?
all the time,
all day,
all
girl.
day.
Now
All day.
after the 28 days, because you want to establish relationships,
That's right.
right? I guess.
No, you're right.
So after the 28 days, what's next?
Okay.
Or is that a mindset?
No, after the 28 days, what you should have done was we help you to set a foundation for your lifestyle. But we have a Showtime Fitness app. So
whoa.
then you can go on the app, and then on the app, that's where you get more specific with your workouts, what you want. So if you want your glutes, your quads, your hamstrings, your biceps, your triceps, all of that will be on the app. And then we will tap into the eating process too, because as you know,
I was just about to ask that.
it's also
Eating is
nutrition.
hard.
But
That's
because
80%.
this challenge is that we don't really know you and all that, we didn't really go deep into nutrition. But we did say watch your caloric intake. So you have to. Ideally, you shouldn't really have more than 2,000 calories.
Right.
But I mean, unless you're working out.
Right.
So we're not even getting into that side.
Right.
Right now, we want to set up. I have a strong foundation, and,
Right.
and it has to start with you putting yourself first and realizing that you are extraordinary. So we want you to be extraordinary. And like I said, at Showtime Fitness, we meet you where you are. So if you, wherever you are, we meet you. And we don't discourage you or say, hey, you whatever. That's how you come.
Right.
But when
Right.
you leave, you should have a different mindset.
Yeah, awesome.
Mhm.
Awesome. That's
Absolutely.
great. So, and that's great. Thanks for sharing.
Yes.
So, what do you think? And then, we're going to have about 7 more minutes. We're going to give you the last word so you can, promote your event. No question about it. So what do you think about folks? Because Senny, Senny, you're sitting next to a very, it's like a polar opposite of Senny sitting next to you.
Sean.
Yes, it
I
is.
don't
Trust
get
me.
that vibe.
Trust
That's
me.
not fair.
Trust me.
I
Trust me.
just did a challenge.
uh,
She gives me no credit for it.
She did
you know
great.
what I'm saying?
She did. She
I
did.
lost
Like
20
20-something pounds. Right.
She sure did.
I feel really great.
Yeah. But you gotta believe in yourself. See, when people what happens is they want to make you ordinary. But you are
Right. Exactly. That's what it is.
Listening to
So you
him.
gotta keep flying, girl. Let's go. I'm
No.
gonna clap for.
You want to clap? I clap for her. I clap for her.
Try.
All right,
That's right, Joe.
So let me ask you a question.
He
Because-
swims or whatever.
Yeah,
we don't even know.
Right. We ain't never seen them.
Post a picture or something.
mean,
bro.
they always
your
glorify on
speedo, right?
social
We
media.
saw you walking, but we ain't never see you swimming. You
Uh-oh.
said you was a
That's
swimmer.
I swim 3 times a week
I ain't never seen the picture. I'm just
because I don't
Prove it.
because they put
Prove
everything
it.
on
Prove
social
it.
media.
Oh, okay.
Right.
They one of
We don't
those.
for everything, but
So
you said you did
my
something for 3 years. I ain't seen proof of it yet. I'm just saying.
well, she got that.
I haven't seen a towel yet.
Okay.
Right.
So,
goggles.
so my question to you is this. And I love the mindset and the whole work and the discipline. There's a lot of folks out here. They go to they get the tummy tuck. They get
Yeah,
tucked.
I'm
They
about to
get
do
get
that
tucked
too.
out, and they don't they not doing all of this.
Right.
A lot of tummy tucks out there in these streets.
Some
A
people
lot
like
of
instant
Botox in the
results.
nose.
Sometimes you have to lose skin. It's not going to tighten back up.
So my question to you is this:
Yes.
Are you a believer in are you a believer in the quick fix, or obviously straight discipline mindset, changing your diet and all that?
Yeah.
Which I'm with you with that.
Yeah. Okay, well, look.
How you feel about folks?
Do you, whatever makes you happy, whatever you could afford to do. But if you do that, there is something that has to go along with that. So if you're going to spend the money to get to that position, then maintain it. But I don't do what you want to do. If that makes you happy and you feel good doing that, do that. Who am I to say? You're not asking me to pay for it or anything like that. Do you? And it's all about how you feel. And if that's going to make you feel good, look good, then do you. Because
most folks, they start working out or doing, and Senny did complete her challenge, God bless her. But some folks will start working out, then they be like, you know what, let me just take my stomach out.
No.
Like, let me suck the fat out my stomach. Like, some people, and then I was just going with my day.
Well, but if that's what they want to do, who are we to say that they can't do that? If that is what you want to do, and if that is how you're going to get the look that you want, then do that. But I can assure you that, I always say, you can fool the whole world down the pathways of life and get pats on the back as you pass. But your true reward would be heartache and pain if you trick the person in the glass. Wow. So there's no need for trickery. Do you, but don't trick yourself. Just maintain and continue to try and be better. And it's also with the challenge, and it's a mindset.
Right.
So it's a mindset. So you got to get in the right frame of mind to be able to handle everything that's coming at you. Yeah. You have to love yourself. And if you love yourself, no matter how you're looking, that's what's important.
And I got one last question for you.
Mood swing.
I have one last question,
Sure.
and then we're gonna give you the last word
Okay.
and get your, get everything out there for the 28-day challenge. And we appreciate you for coming in, and thank you, Tiffany, as well. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
We've been fighting in here, grappling from time to time with sports because the young lady was disqualified for the Olympics for smoking the weed. Mm-hmm. And Senny, what was her name again? Jesus.
Shikari.
Right. And I was in here, she did the weed, gotta go. She know. And Senny and I were back and forth, and social media was like, they should let her, run, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, it's not fair to the other runners.
Right.
And we were fighting about this.
Right.
What is your view on the weed, the marijuana? Weed was weed when I used to smoke it back in the day. What's your viewpoint on the athlete with, let's just keep it on just marijuana,
Okay.
being disqualified from the Olympics?
Well, this is how it is. In certain areas in this country, it's okay to do. It's legal. In certain areas, it's not. In our sport, it's not. So if you're going to do something that is against the rules and bylaws of USA Track and Field, then you get disqualified.
Could you say that one more time? The mic didn't work.
It worked.
But I know, but if you say it one more time, because some people they're not hearing what you say. Say it one more time, if you don't mind. Could you say that one more time?
I think that you have to abide by rules and regulations that are set in our bylaws. And so for USATF, it is illegal to have those substances in your body. One. And I think that she is young, and her team needs to support her and get her on a straight and narrow, so these incidents wouldn't come up. So even though you say, well, her mother passed, or whatever the reasons are to do something, right is right and wrong is wrong. In our sport, that is wrong. So I do not accept her being able to compete because she did something that was wrong. However, if it was right, and she did it, then that was one thing. Same thing with the steroids and the other drugs. The same thing with cocaine. Whatever it is, if it's not legal in our sport or in the U.S. Olympic realm, then you can't do it. Yeah. No matter how upset. People have a lot of hardships. All the people losing their homes with the storms and floods and damage, and so everyone's going to start doing things that are kind of productive and that are illegal because you had a hardship. So we have to kind of pull back and support her in that it was a trying time, but her camp, she's a top tier athlete. They need to kind of reel her in a little bit to direct her so these situations won't happen in the future.
Boy, you remind me of Rel Holler, Mr. Makes Sense.
Right.
It all just comes together. Yeah. Thanks for sharing that.
Well, thank you. Thank
Senny,
you for receiving it. It's not you got to receive it. So
well, I'm definitely. I hope the young lady sitting next to you received that. I received all of it. So
I
now-
understand that.
So
I just think that they.
I think the word
I,
bylaws got you.
I know. I understand that. You can't do it, but I think that it shouldn't be something that's on the banned substances list. That's
But-
my thing. Is like, why is it even on there?
Because so
Why
now
is
you
it
can be
on there?
part of the
Why?
problem.
It should be like. No, I'm saying why does why do they have because they just because they just added it. I think in like 2018, marijuana wasn't always on the banned substances list.
For us?
So for the USA. So
Yeah.
it's like why is it even on there? It's not
Wait a minute.
performance
So
enhancing.
was
Yeah,
is she correct by saying that marijuana was just on the ban list 2 years ago?
No.
No, it's been on the ban list.
Cindy, it's been on the ban
they
list.
said that they added it.
There
on,
they go.
Look, well, I don't
Swimming
know
was
what
in
it
the
is that I
Olympics
had-
in '88. You was a baby.
Well, I think
She's-
that,
Cindy,
I hear
she's
what
been
you're-
on the
I hear what
Olympics.
you're saying. Why is it still on there? And the why goes to if there's a law, because I'm on the committee, ethics committee for USA Track and Field. So,
on the committee.
and so if it's a law you want to change it, then you have to get together with the group to change that piece, which
Right.
may happen. But as of now, it is not going to happen. And there's a lot of sports. But does it enhance it? There's a lot of different things. It could be argued either way. But I just think that we don't want to lose sight. I think the bigger sight is that she and other athletes that are doing things, or people that are doing things that are not right, or legally, we have to make sure that we support them and give them infrastructure to help them through it.
God,
So I mean, you can always find something, but 2 years ago that's not correct in our sport.
God.
And I think that I think she'll be okay. I think that someone to reel her in and help her. But it's the big picture is that it brought a lot of attention to the sport, to marijuana, to enhancing, to whatever. And if you, as of now, if you want to be on the USA Olympic teams, and we have independent drug testing, and if you solder somebody who comes up to your spot and you get caught, then there's a ban process.
I want to say God bless you.
Yeah.
Thank you for clarifying everything with the bylaws.
She's
Now,
still looking.
yeah, she's still looking for something.
Oh,
That's
no,
what
no,
they
no,
do.
That's what they said. They said that
see,
it started.
Cindy, she's on the committee.
This is the. It said marijuana has been banned by the World Anti-Doping Agency since the organization first created its list of prohibited substances in 2004.
But that's the world anti. You have the world anti-doping, USADA, and USA Track and Field. Is it?
Different categories.
Oh, there's different thingies.
There you go.
Okay. So that's what they said for
so,
the world. That's what I was reading from.
2000, so that,
see
even
the-
if that is it, that's 2004. That's still 17 years ago.
Right.
I mean, it with that, what you're reading there.
Well,
Right.
But the bottom line is that it's bigger than that, and the issue is that we need to just realize that when you're doing something, especially if you're a high-profile athlete,
Right.
as she
Yeah.
is,
That's what I was saying.
Yep.
you have to make sure your ducks are in order, as my mother would always say.
Exactly. Okay, so we're going to give you the last word.
Sure.
Thank you. Let's clap for this young lady.
Yes, it was so great having you here.
Yes, that was awesome. So please, we're going to give you the last word, your business, the event, and everything. So, and then we'll put everything in the group room, right? Cindy?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead. You have the last
All right,
word. Then we'll
let
go
me-
to a break.
Well, I'd like to thank you for having me on the show to talk about what I do, but it's more important seeing what you do in the morning, having fun, and having people up early to be part of your show. My name is Joetta. I go by one name like Madonna, Prince, Oprah, so it's just Joetta.
Right.
And I'm a motivational speaker. I do a lot of philanthropy work, and it's important that I keep people fit mentally, spiritually, and with their bodies. So that's what I do. And we have a fitness challenge called the Joe Time 28-Day Challenge. You can go to our Facebook page, which is Joe Time Fitness, JOTYME Fitness. It's going to be a fun time. It's going to be safe, and you're going to have a lifestyle change. And if you want me to speak to your organizations or about diversity and inclusion and motivation and empowerment, just Google my name, Joetta, or go to my website, joettasportsandbeyond.com. Is there anything else you want?
Nah,
Yes,
you good. Come
go
on, let's
like
clap
her
for her.
page right now.
Yes,
I see
yeah.
it on here.
Tiffany, anything you like to say real quick?
I think we covered it. I just would like to see, everybody sign up for the Joe Time Fitness. Let's change our lifestyle. Let's
Right.
get it back
Yes.
on track
Right.
from COVID. But it's not only health, fitness. It is a mental work as well. We all need to sort of clear our minds and set goals, follow them, and have tasks and strategy to get to where we want to be. this is a start.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much. Come on, let's clap for it. We appreciate it. Let's take some pictures real quick. And then we'll be right back, guys. Come on. All right, come on. We'll be right back. That's it.
No problem. It's over here.
Yes.
Test. 1, 2. Big shout to my man DJ Will E is in the building, y'all. My man Greg S is in the building. Big Tim is in the building. I see you. Y'all gotta check out my man Will E. He's a bad DJ. You understand?
You're in the mix with the DJs. Listen and pay attention.
All right. We're back, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. We truly appreciate you guys. Barbie, is any folks in the chat room?
Yeah, they're here. They're in here.
Listen, ladies, y'all be safe. Come on, let's clap.
Hi, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you guys coming out. All right, well, I guess what we'll do is, we got a lot going on. We're going to shout out. We didn't shout out the room yet, right?
Not yet.
That was a great show today.
Yeah. It's great.
We really appreciate the young ladies for coming out, and that was really nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to, I hope you guys enjoyed that interview. I know I did. What we'll do is we're going to shout out the room. We're going to show the room some love, because without you guys, we wouldn't be here. So I just need to see a heart in the chat room, even though I can't see it. I'm glancing over at Barbie Cologne's monitor. I need to see a heart in the chat room, because we want to show y'all some love on a Turned Up Tuesday. So we can, whoa. Oh, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? Senny, let's go. Hey, where the hearts at? Where the hearts at? Oh, where the hearts? Come on. Hey, where the hearts at? Where the hearts at? Oh, where the hearts? Come on. Hey, where the hearts at? Where the hearts at? Oh, where the hearts? Come on. For what? For what? For what? For what? For what? For what?
Hey. Hey.
One more time, ladies.
Hey.
Where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? Senny, let's go.
Turn down for what?
Hey, where the hearts at? Where the hearts at? Oh, where the hearts? Come on.
Turn down for what?
Hey, where the hearts at? Where the hearts at? Oh, where the hearts? Come on.
Turn down for what?
Hey, where the hearts at? Where the hearts at? Oh, where the hearts? Come on.
Turn down for what?
For what? For what? For what? For what? For what? Hey. 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 All right. There you go.
See, guys, this is why it's very important that you guys download the apps, because Facebook I don't know if y'all knew or not, but Facebook been glitching all morning. The show been popping on and off, comments on and off. So, guys, if you guys want to hear the show, you got to get them apps. Comedy World Net and Fan Radio. and everything else. Y'all better get them apps so y'all can see and hear at least. You can't see it, but you can hear
Or
it.
go over to YouTube.
Yeah, or
We're
go to
live on there,
YouTube.
too.
We're
Say
live
hi to
on
Tanya
YouTube.
Lynette.
Right, she's there probably all by lonesome.
Let me see. Let me go over to YouTube. See
Yeah,
what's
go
over
over
there.
YouTube,
We got a few
Tiffany.
new subscribers, so
Hey.
you all please subscribe. Don't forget that
Right.
every day. Let me see. Oh, there's
We have a Younger Nut in the building. What's up, Younger Nut? Good morning to you.
Younger Nut.
Shout out to Sharonda Downing. Hey, Nikki. Good morning. Who else is in the building? We have Dre Shaw here. Hey, Dre. Good morning to you. Shout out to Vanetta George. Hey, girl. Hey. Good morning.
Hey, Vanetta.
Audrey A. Johnson is in the building. What's up, Audrey?
Hey,
Good
Audrey.
morning. Darlene Oaks just popped in. What's up, Miss D? Good morning. Shout out to Lynette Nene Serrano. Hey, hey, hey. Marcus, Mr. One Emoji Johnson is in the building. Thank you, Marcus. Terrible Lee Scott is here. Hey, Lee. Good morning. How is our niece doing? And Miss April, how are they doing? Michael, Street Justice Grassy is in the building. Hey, Michael, you ain't been here in a minute. Where you been? How are you? How have you been? I haven't seen you in forever. DJ Cadillac Kid is here. Good morning, Cadillac Kid. Shout out to the Godfather of Solar, Tracy Ray. What's up, Tracy? Good morning.
Hey, Tracy.
Who else? LaShawn Haynes Jones is here. Good morning, LaShawn. Audrey Birch is in the building. Hey, Audrey. Good morning. Was it Gato Love, whatever. I don't know how you pronounce it. Gato Laughs or something. I wrote it so sloppy. I can't understand my own handwriting. That's a shame. Letitia Briscoe is here. Hey, girl. Robert McPaul is in the building. What's up, Robert? Nicole Harris is here. Hi, Nicole. Good morning to you. Shout out to Julius Galashaw. C. Lynn Rooney is here. Hey, Crystal. Good morning. Thomas Ford is in the building. What's up, Thomas? Good morning to you. Shout out to Dara Jackson. Hey, Dara. Tanya Washington is here. Drew Tiz is in the building. Sharon Belazar is here. Hey, girl. Hey. Right. Randy Montgomery is in the building. What's up, Randy? Mimi Hunter Cotton just popped in. What's up, Mimi? Good morning to you. Shout out to D. Lo. Hey, girl. Zay Gonzalez. What's up, Horatio? Tiffany Sandegar was in the building. And shout out to our guest today, Joetta. Y'all make sure y'all check her out on Facebook, Joe Time Fitness. Enjoying the challenge, guys. Yeah. And you guys can Google her, Joetta. She will pop up. All of her social media handles will pop up. And you can follow her everywhere that she is. Alan Swaff McAllister is here. Good morning to you. Hey. Shout out to LaShawn Oliver. Hey, bestie. Good morning. Shout out to the Godfather of Solar, Tracy Ray. What's up, Tracy? Good morning to you. Princess Cox. Good morning, Mr. Robinson. Hey, hey, hey. Danielle Williams is here. Hey, Danielle. And I believe I got everybody that I have seen. If you are here, you want to get shouted out, just make sure you come on in and say hi. All righty?
That's right. We truly appreciate all of you guys. You want to make sure that you stay connected with us on social media. The Shawn Harvey Show, the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team business page on Facebook. We also have a group page that's connected to that. The group page is so much fun. Make sure you add yourself and add 50 of your funniest friends to share memes and funny jokes. We also are on Instagram, Shawn Harvey Morning Show. We're also on YouTube. Make sure you go over there and subscribe to Shawn Harvey Morning Show. We have a whole bunch of shows on there. Also, make sure that you like this video and throw it on your wall. We truly appreciate it.
Yeah.
God bless you. Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team charity bowling tournament. Sunday, September the 26th. We already got 4 teams involved. Where's the location of that, Barbi Cologne?
3700
St. Nicholas
Street. Let me make sure. Hold on. I pulled it up short. 3700 St. Nicholas Street in Eastern PA, guys.
Right. And we also have the Best of Both Worlds at the Iron Mule, guys. That's Sunday, October 17th. Rob Stapleton, New York King of Comedy, be in the building. And the after party be hosted by my man, Will Track. So, get your tickets. You see Barbi Cologne for the ticket. You can see me for the ticket.
Yeah.
Come on out. Rob Stapleton, Will Tracks in the building. Same time, same place. Iron Mill, 8:30. Where's Iron Mill located, Barcon?
831 South Delaware Drive here in Eastern PA.
And later on today, I'll post the Ultimate Soul Escape flyer, and we'll talk about that tomorrow. They're going to call in tomorrow, so we're going to do another trip next year, so we appreciate you. So thank you so much, guys, for listening. And, yeah, on a Turned Up Tuesday.
Turned Up Tuesday.
Word.
That's right.
It felt like a motivational Monday. Which
Right, with your
Yes,
wedding
yeah,
hair.
sure did, yeah.
Hey.
Front page news, y'all, with Senny J. Hey, front page news. Why? S to the E double N Y, and you can't deny. Ha! She got the front page news, y'all. She got the back, y'all. She's not the back, y'all. That's Senny J. Hey, S to the E double N Y, and she always looking fly. That's
Front
Senny.
page news, y'all. News, y'all. She got the front page news, y'all.
All right,
Yes.
go on with your bad self.
Thanks. Truly appreciate you guys. A healthy baby is accidentally aborted by a doctor after a mix-up. I know. This mom-to-be, this was actually in a Birmingham Women's and Children's hospital. And this is actually something that happened in 2020, but they're just resolving it now. The condition that the baby had, her twins, one of her twins was suffering from restricted growth. The condition raises the chances of stillbirth, and without a procedure to terminate the sick twin, both babies would be at risk. Selective fetal growth restriction is a condition that occurs around 10 to 20% of twin pregnancies when one of the babies does not receive enough nourishment through the placenta to grow at a normal rate. In most serious cases, selective termination can improve the survival chances of the normally grown fetus at the expense of the severely growth restricted twin. What happened is during the operation, surgeons mistakenly aborted the healthy baby, causing both twins to die. The incident came to light after a Freedom of Information Act request, I guess, was done to find out about it. Dr. Fiona Reynolds, the chief medical officer at Birmingham Women's and Children's Trust, said that sadly, during the highly specialized fetal procedure that involved operating within the womb to separate and potentially save the life of a single twin, a fatal error occurred. They said a full and comprehensive investigation was carried out swiftly after this tragic case, and the findings were shared with the family, along with our sincere apologies and condolences. The outcome of that thorough review has led to a new protocol being developed to decrease the likelihood of such an incident happening again. They reported in England that they've been forced to pay out $4.3 billion to settle claims of clinical negligence. There was another patient who had attended the hospital and was told they had flu and sent home, but later died from sepsis. The report also revealed how another patient died after the wrong section of their bowel was accidentally removed.
Oh, what are they hiring the lowest of the low doctors? What the hell?
So that's what they say. They're doing it under investigation, and this report, they finally gave the family closure on this report. Y'all,
All right,
be safe out here with these doctors.
Well, that's a horrible story, and
Yeah.
our condolences go out, and
Yeah.
all this
But
transparency.
that's all they offer is your apologies. No type of.
I'm sure they
They're
got
gonna
part coin.
they're gonna
got
catch you.
money.
They're gonna
I'm sure
cut
they
them
got
a
Well, I
check.
guess because this just. But I mean, that even sounds bad too. Like they probably don't even want money.
Oh, I'm sure
'Cause
they
you
don't
already
want to
have to-
accept it. They
you
might
already-
not want it.
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna want the money.
But I'm gonna accept it.
I know,
I'm
but
going-
that doesn't make you feel bad. Because think about it. You're having twins. You're excited, right?
Yeah, it's terrible.
And then you already find out that that you're not going to be able to have one of them. You got to
Right.
terminate it.
Right. So she had
So
one.
No, she didn't get to have. No, she had two. One was underdeveloped, so they were going to do a selective termination
Yeah.
and terminate the sick twin.
Right.
And keep the healthy one.
Right.
But the doctor ended up killing the healthy
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
So
that's
now she
terrible.
has no children.
Right, yeah.
So now
So
she has
for
no.
that-
So she ha-
it's like a constant grieving process.
Yeah, it's
for
terrible.
This.
Yeah, they're gonna get a check for that, but that's terrible. Yeah, they're gonna take them.
It doesn't make it any better.
I know it doesn't, but
It
they're
just-
negligent too, so they gotta
How about
pay.
that doctor not be able to practice medicine?
Well, that
anymore?
might be
That
part of the package too. But,
Definitely
so,
should be the package.
So.
But that doesn't happen. These doctors, they get malpractice suits. They can pay something, and then they still practice. I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
Like, medicine is not an exact science, and everybody makes mistakes.
Well, they
but
do.
Yeah, but
when
damn,
it's like
killing my
your-
baby is
when your mistake is somebody's life.
Yeah, but my whole thing. No, my whole thing with that is,
You have doctors that got A's in school. You got doctors that got D's in school.
Yeah, but the doctors.
You don't know which one you get.
Yeah,
Right.
but the
That's why we have
doctors have licenses. So if they violate their license, it's like a driver's license, just like any other license.
But you get a mistake. They say, "Oh, my bad."
They will get their license removed if they do certain things. I mean, this
I
is,
mean, yeah,
we,
if
we
they-
hope
if
we
they're
hope
found
that
negligent,
we hope
yeah,
that we hope.
but-
I mean, if this is a horrible mistake, it's just terrible to even think about this and have this happen. But if he's negligent, he has to get fired and can never do it again. He could never be a doctor again. I just think that's appropriate. What else, Senny?
A man was arrested.
And they should get money for it. Go ahead. What else?
A man was arrested on suspicion of stealing more than 700 pieces of women's underwear from Coin laundromats. Police officers have accused a man of stealing 730 pieces of women's underwear from Coin laundries. Authorities were first alerted by an unnamed 21-year-old female college student who accused Tetsuya Urata, who's 56 years old, of pilfering 6 pairs of underwear from her at a laundromat. The city police showed up at his doorstep that week where they found 730 pieces of underwear stashed in his apartment. Urata has been arrested and has admitted to the authorities that he stole the underwear found in his possession. The police department said we haven't confiscated such a large number of panties in years. The city police are currently carrying out further investigations into the incident. Several other high-profile cases of men stealing women's underwear have come out of Japan in recent years. This March, Takahiro Kubo, a 30-year-old electrician, was accused by authorities of stealing 424 pieces of underwear and swimsuits from teenage girls. He was caught when a resident filmed him attempting to steal a swimsuit drying on the clothesline. Serial underwear theft happens rampant in America too. In July, Alabama police reported finding more than 400 panties in the home of John Thomas Uda, who's 27 years old. Uda was accused of stealing underwear from laundromats in 2019.
Well, here's the deal with that. The problem.
Stealing underwear.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem with that. It's actually not a problem. It's just the Asian folks, they love to steal the underwear, which is whatever. I think it might be. I think it might be an ultimate compliment for a guy to steal some women's panties. I think for the women, I guess. Senny, has anyone ever stole your panties at a laundromat? That's the first question.
No,
Well, then there's something you're doing wrong. Barbie Cologne has any strong desire of men to take the underwear?
I've actually had somebody take a whole dryer full of clothes.
No, I'm talking about the underwear, not the clothes. The underwear.
Underwear was in there.
No.
But no, I don't think.
The question is, has anyone ever steal your underwear?
I don't. Think
Okay,
they
so
have.
that's it. That's the problem.
No
I think
underwear.
this would be, even though this is very perverted to a deep
Very
level,
perverted.
but I think it might be a trophy too as women. If a woman stole my boxes, I would be flattered. I would be flattered.
Our panties cost too much money for people to be stealing.
I would be flattered if a woman was to
Shoot.
steal my boxes. I'd
You
be
don't
like,
get the $5 Walmart panties.
she stole my boxes. So, okay, well, they're nasty and they stealing hundreds of panties. It's weird. They need to be locked up in jail and they're very perverted. What else you guys think?
Yeah, I guess they
need therapy.
I guess
Very
it's
nasty.
when they see it's amazing that people are actually being able to catch these people.
Yeah,
Because
it's
it
amazing.
seems
Yeah,
like,
because they get
you know,
sloppy. You got 600-700 pieces of panties in your house or whatever. You gotta tell on yourself. You're just nasty. You're gonna walk down the block. There's a panty's gonna fall. You know. So. I mean, if I was to steal panties, I'll steal my wife's panties, but I steal it in the house. Let her know.
No. No.
Sure.
No, don't.
When it's time to wash my wife's panties, I'll do that too. It's no big deal.
No.
Do you watch your man? If you was in a relationship, Cindy, do you watch your man's boxes?
No. Oh yeah, I wash them and stuff.
Like, would
but
you
I'm
pick
not
them up?
sniffing them.
Would you pick them up? Would you pick up your man's boxes from the bedroom floor, put them in the laundry, and wash them?
Yeah.
Okay, Barbie, would you pick up your man's boxes, or he has to put them in the laundry? If you see your man boxes on the floor, laying there, you pick them up and you put them in the washer and you dry them and you fold them up for your man.
Right.
All right, Cindy, what else you got next?
Ridiculous.
Because you know some of y'all don't want to do that.
I know. I take care of my boo.
City officials are going to go door to door to ensure people in New York get the federal relief benefits they need after torrential rain from Hurricane Ida's remnants caused deadly flooding. The announcement came after President Biden approved a major disaster declaration for the area, which New York Senator Chuck Schumer called the fastest he's seen a major disaster area declared. Additionally, Louisiana's lieutenant governor is promising changes after 7 nursing home residents died after being evacuated before Ida to a warehouse with hundreds of other people. The temporary shelter, a warehouse in Independence, Louisiana, was overwhelmed after receiving more than 840 people ahead of the Category 4 hurricane. To pack that many people into one warehouse is just unthinkable, said Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser. So then why did it happen?
Right.
I don't understand why these places don't have the infrastructure for these floods that are happening.
New Orleans.
And it happens year after year.
I said it the other day.
It's poor black people.
They
don't care.
No, I said it the other day, but it was discarded as ridiculous. They have to move the city of New Orleans. It sits 6 to 7 feet below.
Can't move a city, Sean.
But you keep saying why it keeps happening. This is why it keeps happening.
No.
Excuse me.
We know why
Let me finish. The city is 6 feet below sea level. Okay, so every time a hurricane comes through there, they don't have the levees to protect the city. That's why it always floods out. So why is the city still there? They can't raise the city 9 feet. And that's the problem here. Okay, yeah, poor black people, yes. Minorities, yes, I agree with that. But the flooding is happening because of the levees can't hold the water from the Gulf of Mexico. That's why this is happening every time it floods that. So you can't, it's easy. Yeah, black people, the floods are not coming because black people live there. The floods are coming because the city is 6 feet below the sea level. What else?
They can make buildings or put different things. Why is there no shelter for a storm and you're putting people in a warehouse, especially sick people, COVID, pandemic? Like, they know these things already before it even happens.
Yeah.
So in the off season when it's not flooding all the time, put things in place so that when these things happen, everybody knows where to go.
Exactly.
And it's not like this is some flash flood that just happened and you didn't know it was happening.
Well,
it's the government.
Well, again, that's the same thing. We go back and forth with that. It's the same thing. What they need to do is those areas that are always flooding, they need to just destroy that whole area, move it someplace else, and then that creates some kind of flood barrier right there because it's going to flood out. Yeah, you're right. There should be some social services for folks, but they need to. They need to.
They don't want to spend the money, but they want to line their pockets. That's all it is.
They need to cordon off half of that city because the water keeps coming in. And what else?
Yeah, even that. They don't even want to do that. Just leave
that's
you
the
there
main problem.
and let yourself die. Not giving you enough money to move or live right.
But a lot of the residents there don't want to leave. Like that's
that's another choice then. But that's the main problem. It just floods out.
Right.
It's unfortunate, but that's what it is. Yes, they should have preventative measures for for people to stay in Red Cross and and shelter. Yes, of course, I agree with that. And then another thing that happened in New Orleans, and as soon as the rain stopped and the hurricane left the area, it became 100 degrees with 99% humidity, and they couldn't even handle all of that. I know it sounds ridiculous, but cordon off that flood zone in New Orleans and just do something else with that. Fill it up with dirt. I don't know what you want to do. And then just move other people. I know it sounds really crazy, but just move the town someplace else to a high land, I guess. What else,
Taliban lock women in Kabul bank basement after thousands.
Hold on. Get that.
Thousands of anti-Taliban protesters took to the streets in Kabul on Tuesday, and reports say they were pushed back with gunfire arrests. And one video appeared to show women locked in a bank's basement. They reported that the protesters demanded that women's rights were maintained and denounced Taliban rule before they were scattered by heavy gunfire. They were, I'm sorry, a news team was prevented from filming the protest, and a cameraman from the Afghan news network was detained. The head of news posted a video of dozens of women in an underground parking lot with the caption, "Taliban kept tens of women in the basement of Azizi Bank to prevent them from joining protesters in Kabul streets." The street protest came a day after Ahmad Massoud, the leader of the forces resisting the Taliban, urged civilians to join a national uprising against Taliban fighters. It's very sad what's going over there. They are saying, the Taliban keeps saying that they're not going to, institute these women's rights issues. They're going to let them be, regular or whatever, or not put in an Islamic state. But that's obviously not what's happening over there. And it's a really dire situation for women. They said that they were trying to get American commercial airliners to go over there, but the Taliban is not letting any flights in their commercial airspace, and there's still some Americans that are left over there, about 1,500.
Senny, do me a favor.
So
cut that mic off over there for me. That's for mic in front of you. All right.
It's off.
I mean, it's no big secret. You knew that this was gonna happen, and I keep telling y'all women running around here, y'all talking, you're high stepping in this country, and all these complaints that y'all have here in the United States of America. And I keep telling y'all could go over there to Afghanistan. There's no rights at all for women in that, and it's never going to be that way. Unfortunately, they say all this to sugarcoat. Yeah, we're gonna have women's rights, but look, they're doing. They put women's in dungeons already. I feel so bad for the women over there in that country. It's gonna go back to the biblical days over there. And the Joe Biden, who I advocated for, who I voted for, who I got much love for Joe Biden. He dropped the ball on this one because he did everything backwards. He was supposed to get the Americans out of there first. Just even if it took 6 months, just to kind of get the 100 out a day, and did that, and then have the military go, yo, you know what, we're out of here. You want to fight? We're gonna fight it out, but we leaving. And to have these people stranded, especially the Americans. Like, say if you Afghan, I don't know what the word is.
Afghan.
If you're Afghan and you have a visa or legal rights to be in the United States of America, I think being an American citizen and American supersedes that. So they have to get the Americans out of there first. But they're still stranded, as the report said, and it's just unfortunate. And if you're an American woman that's out there stranded, oh my God, it's dire straits. It's just unfortunate. Joe, much love to you, but you dropped the ball on this one. You should have got everybody, because they're not the military. Only thing they need to do is get on a plane and get out of there. They're not equipped for that. They're hiding somewhere in these little small towns and these with the Taliban, right?
Yeah,
they're looking for them. They're looking for them, and they're going. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, I'm really sad.
It's sad. It's sad. And imagine the horrific situation to be in if you're an American. What if you're a black, or what if you're African American woman out there? Jesus Christ. And you
it may be one or two, but it ain't a whole lot of us, because we ain't that crazy.
But I'm just saying, like, and the fear that you can imagine, the fear that the person is going through, that the U.S. government is leaving this territory, this country, and they didn't get you out. That's horrible. And now you got to find your way out. And if you don't, you're gonna get put in a dungeon, and then you're gonna have to sell apples outside. It's not gonna be good. What else?
He said you gonna sell apples.
That's what they do. You can't have no hairstyles out there. There's no internet. There's nothing. It's just it's almost a barbaric state, and it's unfortunate. It's very sad.
Ridiculous.
So, ladies, God bless America, but God bless this country. Go get your hair done. They don't have no hair salons and nail salons out there. That's a wrap. You're bugging. You're bugging. You think y'all them lashes you wearing right now, Senny, they will sentence you to 6 lashings with that on. Go ahead, what else you got? Thank God, a high step in this country.
The Wire actor Michael K. Williams was found dead in his New York City apartment. I know him from other things besides The Wire, but that's what everybody puts him on. Michael K. Williams, who portrayed notorious stick-up man Omar Little on The Wire, was found dead of a suspected heroin overdose in his Brooklyn penthouse Monday afternoon. Williams, who was 54, was discovered face down and unresponsive in the dining room of his luxury Williamsburg apartment. A relative of the Emmy-winning actor talked to him Friday, and Williams was supposed to show up to an event Saturday but never made it. The relative went to Williams's home on Monday, and someone had called the cops to the address just before 2 p.m. saying that there was a man who was unresponsive and feels cold. Williams, who had talked openly about his past struggles with drugs, was pronounced dead by authorities, adding that it appeared the TV star had fatally OD'd. It was unclear how long the actor may have been dead. No foul play indicated, a police source said, and no forced entry in the apartment was in order. A man sat sobbing alone at a table outside Williams' apartment, talking into his cell phone, saying that he found the body. The inconsolable man said Williams' longtime rep confirmed the actor's death in a statement. They said it was with deep sorrow that the family announces the passing of Emmy-nominated actor Michael Kenneth Williams. They asked for your privacy while grieving this unsurmountable loss. Cops are investigating where the drugs found in Williams' home might have came from. The city medical examiner's office was at Williams' building Monday afternoon. Later in the afternoon, family and friends could be seen hugging each other. Michael K. Williams was also known for playing Chalky White, a bootlegger in the Prohibition-era HBO series Boardwalk Empire, The Wire. Williams had said
Lovecraft Country, I think, too.
Yes. Yeah. Williams had said he brought his personal experiences, including his own struggles, to his roles to try to give the characters more nuance. He said, I used my job to engage empathy and compassion for people society might stereotype or ostracize.
May you rest in peace, young man. I think that he played Omar on The Wire. That was a dope character, but I believe the character he played in Boardwalk Empire was better than that. Yeah. He ripped in Boardwalk Empire, and again, it's unfortunate. And another comedian out in Los Angeles that was from the New Jersey area passed away for the same thing, overdose of drugs, and that happened on Friday. And now this young man, and our condolences go out to the family, and it's just unfortunate, man. These drugs will take you out, man. It's a sad situation. May this young man rest in peace. I never met him. I don't know him. Everybody that knows him that I know say he was just a Brooklynite. He was walking around the street. Everybody loved him, and may he rest in peace. And again, all his collection of work, God has blessed us to see his work moving forward. But these drugs are real out in these streets, man. Definitely. And it's just like you will overdose and die. And it's unfortunate. And we're not chemists, but we have an addiction. I know I do. I did drugs. I did them all. And I've shared this plenty of times. And only by the grace of God, I'm here. But you take a certain amount of drugs and you're out of here, man. And it's just unfortunate. So may this young man rest in peace, man. I hope and pray that he died of a natural cause. Yeah. I hope I hope it wasn't the drugs. I hope he just dropped dead. But great young man. We loved him on television, and may he rest in peace. All right, Barbi, where can he find you?
You guys can find me, Barbie Cologne, on Facebook. I am Barbie Cologne on Instagram, Designer Babe 40 on Snapchat, Designer Babe 38 on TikTok.
Yes, you guys can find me at Senny J on Facebook, Senny_J on Instagram, Senny J on Snapchat. The is a 3.
Shawn Harvey on Facebook, comedian Shawn Harvey on Facebook, Hard Funny on Instagram. Great show today. Yeah, and if you guys never seen Boardwalk Empire, Barb, you ever seen that?
I don't think.
Oh, you gotta see. Download that Boardwalk Empire. That is ultimate binge watching. It's on HBO Max. Okay. Yeah, everybody, put a number 1 if you watch Boardwalk Empire. He played his character in Boardwalk Empire was amazing. So I would salute this young man. May he rest in peace. All right, so we see you guys tomorrow. God bless y'all. We are out of here. Let's go. All right. Bye. Yeah, let's do that. All right, guys. go, guys.
Yeah.
On a Tuesday, and I'm thinking it's Monday.
AWOL DJs.
DJ Younganut. If he ain't playing, I ain't staying. It's Shawn Harvey.